Hello, BookTube. This is the Scholar Gentleman. Hopefully there's enough room for me to record this. I wanted to record my latest book report on Edinburgh Dusk by Carole Lawrence. I started reading this book concurrently with Henry Mayhew's London Labour and the London Poor, because that, like I said before, is a very dense book. And I just had to do a lateral jump onto this while finishing that one, because this takes place in the same time period. Victorian, Victorian Edinburgh, and deals with the second adventure of Detective Inspector Ian Hamilton. It's the mark of a good storyteller that gives you a forward, like an upfront mystery for you to solve, and a background mystery for you to ponder. Picking up from the first book, Edinburgh Twilight. Ian has been scarred by a fire in his childhood that killed his parents, and scarred his brother Donald and him. Donald started studying to become a doctor and disappeared into the drink, but as of the last book, he's kicking the drink and now bunking in with Ian so that he can actually get his degree again. And he's studying at I believe at the medical infirmary, the same medical infirmary that Arthur Conan Doyle is studying at, the creator of the future creator of the Sherlock Holmes books. So in this book, we have someone who's poisoning poisoning the Edinburgh elite and anyone that can possibly lead up to her. She's mainly targeting men, and she's got a history. There's a reason for that. Her history. She has a very traumatic history with a man who abused her. So she knows a lot about poisoning people, and she's methodically doing it all across the city. But these characters are so well rounded, and so and have so much really decent background for you to chomp into, is that when the killer is revealed, it's almost like in passing. It's almost like a matter of course, because you're more interested in these people's lives than the case of the week, as TV would treat it, type thing. But still, it's a very engaging read. I blew through it pretty quickly. The brooding city of Edinburgh itself is a character in this book. If you've never been to Edinburgh, it doesn't matter, because she describes the twisty claustrophobic streets pretty well. I've been there. I know what it looks like, so I can sort of picture the castle up on the end of the Royal Mile as it goes up there, the new town versus the old slums that were having the rich live side by side with the poor. So I use my present day knowledge of Edinburgh to kind of give myself a backdrop while I'm reading. Very good book. It's probably going to lead me to eventually read this, The Invention of Murder, which is basically in this fascinating book in the exploration of murder in the 19th century, Judith Flanders examined some of the most gripping cases that captivated the Victorians and gave rise to the first detective fiction. And I would love to see the Inspector Hamilton mysteries made into some sort of BBC or British television thing. I think it would be really great. We have plenty of English detectives out there. It'd be nice to see one set in Scotland. Or more set in Scotland, because when you think Edinburgh crime solving and Edinburgh detectives, you think automatically of Inspector Rebus, and that's set in the modern day. I've read his first two books. There's like 25 books in that collection, so I'm going to have to slowly start chipping my way through it. But yep, I greatly enjoyed this book, and if you like detective fiction, you will too. Take care, folks. This is the Scarlet Gentleman signing off, and happy reading.